actually a picture of the Antichrist crying. I like it. It's tasty.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
put on your uniform right,
Expert Action Badge.
show up to work on time,
Expert Action Badge.
qualify on your weapon,
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right, just doing your noble warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
Please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Expert Action Badge.
I love that one.
Oh, WTF Productions is coming up with another one too, that is centered around the controversial SVAB.
I'm sorry, but that just sounds like a disease.
Yeah, well, you know,
Dude, I got the SVAB.
I got the SVAB, bro. Hey, I heard you got the SVAB, bro. No way. Fuck yeah, dude. Fucking, I didn't wash, and it wouldn't come off. You need to fucking go. Don't they have like a fucking? You need to take some antibiotic for that SVAB shit, bro. You need to do it. So.
Go to sick call. All they're gonna do is give me Motrin.
All they're gonna do is give me Motrin. Dude, you got the SVAB? Fuck yeah, bro. I got some serious case of SVAB. So, anyways. The SVAB. Yeah, almost SF, but not SVAB.
Almost only counts in hand grenades and horseshoes, and I'm only qualified to throw one of them.
Oh man, do I get an expert action badge for not swearing? No, not. I don't get a fucking expert action badge for not fucking swearing. Expert
He gets a gold star.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, what are we gonna do? Oh yeah, we're gonna give a book. We're gonna give out a book, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Give out a book. What was gonna be? It was gonna be one of Ice's ex-wife trivia. If you can name a state from where one of my ex-wives come from. Space shuttle door gunner. And you give me a call. Tell me where she's from. Give me a state, and then I'll yeah. How about that? Or
And hell does not constitute an answer.
though some of them seem to have come from there. If you just pick it, then you just go ahead and give us a call for 158898367, and you can tell me where one of my ex-wives, what state one of my ex-wives of many plethora of ex-wives come from. Then you will get a free copy of Stryker, The Siege of Sauder City, from the guys who wrote the book, the authors. And so give us a call. Even Branko, you can call. How about that? Whatever. X is coming from. Oh, damn, Jose. Fuck, okay. First one. There you go. There you go, Jose. PM the page. That was fast. Holy shit. Okay, so Jose, guess what? You get a signed copy of. You get a signed copy of a fucking the book.
ISIS divorce decree.
Yeah, no.
From that marriage.
So go ahead and PM God, that was fast. WTF Nation Radio. Yes. 2 X's come from Texas. Damn, dude. You're fucking good, Jose. So
I would sing the song, but you guys would mute me.
yeah, Jose. Come on, Jose. So you got it, man. So PM WTF Nation Radio's Facebook page. And then say, hey, I'm Jose. Hi, Jose. I want the content. Did you need this translated, Jose? or is it good to go?
Jose, can you
Jose,
see?
mira, do you need this translated in Espanol? So there you go. So PM the page, you have what was it? What's the timeline we give for freedoms? For free outs.
For
Fritos.
dig it up. I want to say it's 24 hours.
24 hours. Yeah,
or
24.
48.
Yeah, 24 hours. You have 24 hours into freaking claim your prize. And then if you don't claim your prize by this time, 21. What time is it right now? 21. Doing the math. 21:30. 21:30 Eastern Standard Time is when the time that you have allotted to claim your prize. If you don't get it, then it goes back in the prize bin. So that way we can hand them out. So yes, exactly. No, his wife from Texas. He have ex-wife from Texas. All ISIS wives from Texas. So God, that was quick, man. And you was fucking their exes. So
And for bonus points,
Yeah.
which number was it?
yeah, yeah. For bonus points, exactly. Ooh, that's a good one. For bonus points, which exes? No, I shouldn't say that because we have anything else to give out. No. So Jose, you got 48 hours. Tienes 24 horas para escribe esta página para este for este regalo and shit.
Estee Lauder. What?
Yeah. So
Oh, I thought your Spanish was better than that.
it is. Everyone's saying 2 and 5, 2 and 3, 1 and 5. Nope, that will be for another contest. So there you go, Jose. PM the Facebook page at WTF Nation Radio. It's /. Everything we got is /. So it's facebook.com/WTFNR, Instagram /WTF Nation Radio, Twitter /WTF Nation Radio, Mixer /WTF Nation Radio. Yeah. So remember that. And you will be able to contact us, listen to us, hear us on the TuneIn app and all that. Once the podcast is loaded up onto the WTF Nation Radio page, you will be notified by Twitter. If you follow us by Twitter, follow Twitter, likes and relikes, to like, and then you get to like that, and then guess what? You'll be getting a prize. So never know what you're gonna get on WTF Nation Radio. So there we go.
Oh, Friday, remember we were talking about the opioids and Big Pharma getting paid off and Big Pharma paying people off?
Yeah.
Did you hear the story about the Marine out of Wisconsin that died of the overdose? They actually got a settlement.
Huh? Really? Go for it. Tell me what.
Yeah, they sued the family, the Simkowski family,
Mm-hmm.
sued the VA, and the government actually reached a $2.3 million settlement for the survivors of the Marine who died of a drug overdose at the troubled Wisconsin Veteran Affairs Medical Center. Court papers filed Friday said about $1.65 million would go up front to the widow and the daughter of Jason Simkowski of Stevens Point, Wisconsin, who was 35 when he died in 2014 at the Toma VA facility.
Wow.
Another $659,000 will go into annuities for the widow and their daughter, and the rest will go towards attorney's fees, expenses, and all that other fun stuff. But the thing is that they finally tagged a VA, a dirty VA, because the death led to the firing of the chief of staff, Dr. David Houlihan, and he had to surrender his medical license permanently. The former head of the center was fired in 2015, but he fought his dismissal, and they allowed him to resign. But he and his lawyer were paid $163,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
How the fuck does that happen when you get fired and you appeal your job to get it back? That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
No,
But-
it makes no sense. Everyone,
But the thing is that all the vets in that area, they dubbed that place Candyland.
oh, I heard about that. I remember you saying something about that.
Yeah.
That they dubbed that Candyland shit, and because everybody knew that if you just wanted to get a script and you didn't have to worry about and didn't give a fuck, then you would get that. You know what I mean? You get whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't even outside. By the looks of this article, he was admitted. It happened at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
He was admitted to Toma VA Acute Psychiatric Unit August 10th, 2014, then transferred to Short Stay Unit. And on the morning of August 30th, 2014, he was so sedated he could barely speak.
Mm.
He was found unresponsive that afternoon, and he died after life-saving attempts were made, although they weren't started for 10 minutes after he was found.
Wow.
Cause of death, mixed drug toxicity.
Yeah, you know what? That sucks, man. There's a lot of individuals that don't realize when you are being administered so much medication, and that's the reason why they ask you, are you allergic to any meds? Because just because you take one set of meds you're not allergic to, you may not be allergic to another set of meds. You know what I mean? And,
yeah.
And I've you know, because I'm old and I take a bunch of meds because I'm old. I've been the victim of not illnesses, but of reactions of intermixing specific drugs and all that. And then the next thing you know, well, you didn't say you're allergic to that. Well, you need to tell me you're telling me to fucking mix 5 different types of meds to do my, you know, to get better. Then yeah, I totally see that. Now, do you think, honestly, and this is what I think should happen. You know, that's a good point, Mud. I think the VA, that should be its penance. Is for every veteran death that is under their responsibility, they should pay no less than $1.5 million to the family. Straight up. So I think if it's almost like a fine, but that fine has to get paid to the veterans' family members. So that way there's
and exactly what happened. You lose your license.
Yeah.
Can never practice medicine again.
Exactly. The VA is not a trial run, because you know a lot of people treat like that. Or a lot of people think that when you get residency in the VA, they think that it's almost like a pretend fucking workplace. You know what I mean? That it's not really a place to, okay, whatever, I'm gonna do what I fucking want, and that's it. No.
And that disproves the point that you can sue the government for malpractice.
Well, yeah, you can. But again, I think that should be its penance. That should be the VA's penance. The VA should pay each fucking time they fuck up like that, where it's negligent, and then it is their fucking their fault. That's obviously their fault. Then no less than $1.5 million. I guarantee it. The VA will pull their heads out of their asses on a lot of shit if they started having to pay the fucking fines and stop giving fucking bonuses. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
That's why I can't wait to have Jonathan Cophanger come back on here and talk about some of the stuff, because right now it looks like another state's about ready to push medicinal marijuanas.
Yes.
So it's gonna be huge. So I can't wait for that. Because
I mean, that was a game changer when he said that.
Dude, it got my attention.
Yeah, like I think everybody did a double take.
Did he just fucking say that the VA?
It was like, wait, did he just say what I think he just said?
Yeah, did he just fucking say that the VA was gonna fucking say what? The VA says what? I think it's awesome. I totally think it's awesome that this is gonna happen. So there was another state. It was the state of Virginia that's considering passing medicinal marijuana use, which is good shit. The more the merrier, the way I see it. I know it's hard for some people that are of my position, rank, and stature in the U.S. military right now. That there are a lot of people that are shocked when I say, they asked me what I was going to do when I got out, and I said I wanted to smoke weed. The shock factor was there. They were shocked that I would even say that. They were shocked that they said that I was not, that did not instill the Army values, that, you know, all this other shit. So, again, if you, exactly, Branko, puff, pass, son. I'm old enough to say that to you, because I'm old enough to be probably your older bro. But again, the medicinal purpose and the recreational purpose, I think it's time for that reefer madness, ultra conservative shit Stop drinking the Kool-Aid, Boy Scouts, because you know what? You're gonna get fucked up by the Army, and it's not against the Army. They're just some of the stuff that we do. It's pretty fucking arduous. It's pretty hard training.
Not if, when.
Yeah, you can get hurt. And when you do get hurt, then that's what? You're gonna be given medication, and that's the same thing about the opioid shit. You're gonna be given some medication that would probably a little bit better than if you were to use medicinal marijuana. So it is gonna be freaking awesome. That whole fucking thing, once it gets decriminalized, I'm curious to see what the veteran care is gonna be like. What the PTSD stuff is going to be like, because and whenever you can come on, Jonathan. I know you like to listen to us now. You follow us. You follow WTF Nation Radio. So anytime you want to come back, Jonathan Kopkanger, come on back, brother. We don't mind you coming back. So yeah, exactly. What do people care when you get out? Well, after freaking after you freaking get out, you get out. That's just your life.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, yeah, Jose, you sent it to the wrong page. S.A. I mean, appreciate it. WTF Nation Radio / Facebook / WTFNR. So, you're the one that won a prize. So, you just got a message. You need to send the right one. Send it to WTF Nation Radio. Again, we have there's multi Facebooks and multi shits for the WTF Nation enterprise. U.S. Army WTF Moments is what we call the main page, and then the offensive arm, the weapon, the crew served battle station of WTF U.S. Army WTF Moments is WTF Nation Radio. Single reactor ignition, of course, for you Star Wars fans. But yeah, one of those things that happened. I earned it. I earned my weed. I'm getting big talking about weed now. No. Tell you what, wait till you have something happen to you. You're going to have an ailment. You're going to be in so much excruciating pain, or you're going to be suffering a terminal disease, and you're going to want quality of life, and you're going to be like, damn, dude, I should have some weed. It will change your outlook if it affects you personally.
I challenge anybody that's listening right now. Go pull up the side effects of Percocet and pull up the side effects of CBD THC usage and tell me which one is better.
No, Jose. We will not send you glitter bombs.
Oh, it's tempting.
No, we like to send gummy penises. So, hi.
A box of dicks.
Box of penis. So,
nothing you've done has offended us yet.
No, dude, you're kill. Yeah, exactly that. Some of the side effects that are involved, and of course, again, this poor guy that suffered a mixture of toxicity from those prescribed medications. It's just sad. It's one of those things to where, look, you have to find a mitigating factor. Currently, and I'm going to say it right now, in some areas in our Army, there are individuals right now who are under the prescribed Marinol. They're prescribed Marinol right now, and I guarantee it leaps and bounds those individuals are fucking are you can see the difference.
Really?
Pain management also has to do with behavioral health, because if you are in pain all the time, what happens to your psyche? Think about it. You
become depressed.
You become depressed because you can't stop the pain. I'm opposite. I get hyper and fucking easily agitated. And
that's me.
I want to rip somebody's fucking head off. I want to choke a bitch. I want to fuck somebody up. And I have the patience of a fucking shrew. I'm all over the fucking place. You need to fucking flash to bang right fucking now. But believe it or not, now I'm kind of glad now that there are some physicians that are seeing. I'm glad they're seeing this in the pain management side of the house, where they're seeing pain management being attributed to some behavioral health issues. Well, when they're giving them out and they're prescribing hard script fucking Marinol and the guys are fucking taking it, of course you have those conservative, you guys going to pop on a piss test. Motherfucker's taking Marinol. Of course he's going to pop hot on a piss test.
It's called a memorandum from record.
Yeah.
In the MP world, if we have a controlled burn, guess what? We get a memorandum for record. And no, we don't smoke it. We just sit in a room while it's burning.
Of course, yeah, indeed. That's what they always say. Okay, I'm not an idiot either. It's like, well, again, what was I saying about walking into the strip club? I wouldn't do anything. if you're making a conscious effort to go to the strip club, you're not there just to listen to the music and talk. I went in there and we did a little fun, and went in there I went in there just to mess with one of the strippers, just to ask her to try to get her from stop stripping. Almost worked until she had some fucking 50s flying in her face. Then she walked away. Oh, come to the Center Steve Dodds candy. Come to the Center candy. So, no, but a lot of it attributed to some of the behavioral health issues are because of pain management. And I'm willing to bet you that if the Army and the VA, because the Army's now, it's kind of weird. I had a soldier one time who said that she needed to get a freaking mammogram and some other female stuff happening. And then she came back and she said, hey, Top, they're not doing these for women anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? I guess there are some issues with now women, instead of getting a pap smear every fucking year, it's like every 5 years. And I'm thinking, when did this fucking change? I used to watch fucking, you know, the all that Susan J. Komen bullshit happening, and when you should get fucking your boobs checked, your fucking cooter checked, and your nuts checked. Yeah, because testicular cancer, they don't talk about that anymore. You notice that?
No, they don't.
I'm not that old. Fuck. It's just recent. When should you have your pap smear? And sure, though, if you have an abnormal pap. And that was like, everyone was laughing about it. That was like last year's joke. And now it's not. You know what I mean? You know, everyone was making fun of, you know, there was two things that women, you know, were close to physically, and that was they're either vibrator or speculum. That's how much bad it was. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness!
I speculate with my speculum.
I'm thinking of that post. Too.
Yeah, exactly that. The ice cream one, the ice cream scooper, we love it. I speculate this ice cream, and it was kind of funny that it was in their name, speculum. But my point being is that. The healthcare system in the military just blows. I don't know. I don't know if Fort Sam is doing. I mean, they obviously they're going through the right stuff. I know there are some fucking hospital commanders that are getting relieved because of specific events that happened due to negligence and stuff like that. And that's exactly what I was saying, Mud. If these hospitals were paid a fine, so that is their fine. Anything that leads to loss of eyesight, limb. Or life or death, yeah.
Life, limb, or eyesight.
Yeah, life, limb, or eyesight, exactly. Then I think the minimum. So if you lose an eye, $1.5 million. If you lose your limb, $1.5 million. If you obviously life, then $1.5 million to your family. That should be automatic. So that way, when you're going through the doors, you know you're assured $1.5 million. Something happens to me, you losing my fucking digits. Now, of course, that doesn't give you an excuse for you weighing 500 pounds. Say, I got diabetes. And that's why I lost my foot. No, it means you fucking. You're not supposed to exacerbate the situation with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're supposed to do is obviously take care of yourself post-retirement. But yeah, again, it is one of those things where I'm just like, oh, dude, really? Are you really gonna fucking sit there and tell somebody they can't use Marinol? There were some leaders. I've literally gotten an almost. Not yelling, but raised voices and elevated tension conversations where I was working because of a soldier taking Marinol, and the individual thought that it was morally reprehensible. It was this is an aberration. This is madness. Then I was like, this is Marinol. This is weed. And he didn't like the fact that I was poking. First off, I like catching shit on fire, so I don't mind poking the bear. And the guy was getting mad because he said I wasn't taking him seriously. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not taking you seriously? Of course I'm taking you seriously. Would you rather be in total fucking pain? Well, no. Then that's what the fuck. That's what's going to, man.
Yeah.
And the guy who was under the, I will say under the influence, but prescribed, dude was fucking cool as fuck after that. Hey guys, what's going on? Bro, dude, man, you're so... He became even cooler. I mean, he was already cool anyways, but he just, I don't know, for some reason, it just made him feel better. You could tell there was tension lifted. You ever see somebody
found a chill pill.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Well, you know, when someone, you know, it's like when someone's glowing after getting some nuts off and shit like that. You know, when someone has some sex and you can tell that they're glowing, they're like, woo, hey, you've had a good weekend. Whoa, whoa, right? You can see it. You can tell. They have this aura about them, right? Well, the same thing with somebody who's under medicinal marijuana and they're coming to work, right? Then they have to take it, obviously, before they... It's fucking awesome. You totally see the difference. And you see the production out of it. Fucking see some crazy ass wazoo slides that I wouldn't even think I would see in a briefing. Gave some of the guys fucking like OCD though, and created like 150 fucking slides and shit. But you know, there were some guys that would do some briefing shit. I was like, oh man, yeah, I don't know. It just for some reason you just totally tell. So I'm glad that the VA, although unfortunate that this happened. But I think that's what should happen through every fucking VA center. Everything that has to do with the VA, it should be paid by that fine. It should be paid just like that.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the VA, vets now might be able to get higher disability ratings.
I saw that too. Did you?
Yes.
Did you see that also that a vet was rated 100% because he was prescribed mefloquine? I don't know if that's fucking false news or fake news or whatever. But it's just one of those things that I just couldn't believe that was the case. You know what I mean? That they would say that you're going to, if you have been prescribed mefloquine. If you guys don't know what mefloquine is, it is an anti-malarial medication that, you know, everyone said mefloquine Mondays. It's mefloquine Monday. You had to take it once a week.
Yep.
And it would give you the most... And they would say they would give you the most vivid fucking dreams. You'd be like, whoa, man. You were like, what the fuck? You would think that you were. It was like a hallucination when you fucking hallucination. It was like a hallucination. Hallucination. The hallucination of the dedication of the hallucination of mefloquination. But. It was like you would take it and then you would have a dream, and then the dream was like almost a fucking like an acid trip, like it was like a real fucking.
It felt so real.
You're like, oh my god, what the fuck, what was so vivid and all that stuff, and then you were just like, oh man, you were just like, oh, what's that going on? Holy shit, what a dream! Then you wake up. And then sometimes they're pretty vivid. I would have woo-woo dreams all the time. Woo-woo. I'd wake up. Hi, she good? I'm good.
Awesome.
I'm good. I gotta go clean my drawers now. I'll be right back. So now there's a veteran that supposedly was rated to the 100% due to the fact that he was taking mefloquine. If that's the case, that's like almost all of the Army right now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I took mefloquine when I was in Cuba.
Well, there was also, what else I'm saying, but there were also what? There was that one. What was the other one? There was mefloquine. There was another one. There was another anti-malarial.
Doxycycline?
No, that's for STDs.
No.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember what it was. There was two of them. There was mefloquine and there was another one. And, either or anyways, they said that it was connected to PTSD. And that was some of the attributing factors to you having issues under post-traumatic stress. So for this guy to get 100%, if it's true, because when I saw this fucking post and it was like fucking redacted a lot, heavily redacted, because I think I had a lot of guys per sec on there. And a lot of HIPAA violation shit too. You don't want to fucking get busted for that stuff. But again, it was fascinating that they're now talking about doing that.
That's the only thing that's coming up is the mefloquine, which the brand name is Larim, Larim.
Yeah, Lariam.
I found Arlen.
There was another.
It's chloroclean, quin, or whatever. These fucking drug names.
It's okay. I'm just trying to remember which one it was. There was two of them, and obviously methylquin became more prevalent. And I was like, damn.
Plaquenil?
Hydroxo. Keep going.
Never mind.
Hydroloxamoxanline? Is that what you're saying? You're trying to say hydroloxatin?
Yeah, no, they switched from the methylquin to the doxycycline.
Was it doxycycline? I can't remember.
I don't know. I think Doxy will just treat just about fucking anything.
Yeah, that's the one that they switched to, basically. After they were like, oops, methylquin is bad. Very bad.
Well, I took almost 20 years of it, so I think I'll be all right.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, that's why he twitches.
Whatever. Oh, what a day. I don't twitch. Shut up. Yeah, I can't remember that one. I really can't. I can't remember the other one. But anywho. But yeah, so good on that kid. Like I said, when it happens, hey, you ultra conservative fogies that are in the army right now, you know, it's time for you to. Well, I shouldn't say that now because it's some of the same guys that like were used to beating fucking soldiers and having poor leadership, and everyone thought that, you know, it was okay. Do as I say, not as I do, and I get to be fat, but not you, type shit.
The old first sergeant button.
Yeah, exactly. Big Sarge, man. Big Sarge. Don't put your hands in my pockets, but you're walking around with fucking headgear on. Anyways, so yeah, that's a good win. That's pretty good. That's good shit. I'm more than a bigger than a support to the individuals for behavioral health. I think a lot of our behavioral health issues. I think if they were looking to alternative medicines, then you know, it should be fucking good to go. Yeah, I didn't expect fucking Jose to win that goddamn book so much that I ran out of fucking time to fucking talk shit about, because now I got to go back on break. Like fucking god dang it. But anywho, I will freaking I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the Facebook Live, and then of course we're gonna come back to the top of the hour Facebook Live. You can listen to some Mixer as well. We're gonna talk about Bo Berdahl. We're talking about Bo Berdahl. So you guys want to call and throw some epithets at Bo Berdahl, you can. I'm going to go ahead and kill the Facebook Live. So don't worry about it again if you're following us on Facebook Live or you're following us on US Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation Radio Facebook page. Don't worry, you'll get notified, but Mixer's always on, and you can check out all the debauchery that's going on. So with that, we're going to go ahead and, before we go on break, I want to hear another classic with the Expert Action Badge. So shots. Don't scream fucking shots, Mud.
Shots.
There you go.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Hi, Lieutenant. How are you doing? Aw, did you find your land nav point, Lieutenant? Good job, Lieutenant. You get a
Expert Action Badge.
Put on your uniform right?
Expert Action Badge.
Show up to work on time.
Expert Action Badge.
Qualify on your weapon.
Expert Action Badge. Badge of Action.
Find your guidon.
Expert Action Badge.
That's right. Just doing your noble warrior task and drills, you get a
Expert Action Badge.
Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shit in a bag, Pogue. Badge of Action. The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio. Action Badge.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you.
Well, it definitely is all about the visuals, although pretty sure it's illegal.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Shots, ugly shots. We're back. Part 3, Monday edition on WTF Nation Radio.
Yeah, every time I hear that last part, I can never. And then I hear Kaz. I'm just waiting for him to start talking like that. Normally.
Yeah. So real quick. All right. So you guys know what's going on. Obviously, we're having the Bo Bergdahl trial, and not we. I mean, I'm not having it because it would have ended pretty quick if I was in charge. But Bo Bergdahl obviously is been convicted now and is awaiting sentencing, and he gave an emotional plea, gave an emotional statement, and apologized to all the wounded service members that sustained injuries while looking for him. It was kind of like unexpectedly as well. He took the stand and got all choked up, butthurt, and said he apologized for, the soldiers that were wounded in the years-long hunt to save them. I would like to quote. Now I'm saying this quote of the Bergdahl quote. I would like everyone who searched me to know that I was never my intention for anyone to be hurt, and I never expected that to happen. He said during this hearing. Now, quote, my words alone cannot take away their pain, unquote. So he was the first witness of the defense who had not made it known that he was going to address the court, which is kind of like the biggest comments he's made since. So, if that's the case, then, wow. What the fuck's that noise in the background? Somebody kill your mic. Who's typing and clickety-clacketing in the background?
I'm on mute.
Oh. That was me. Sorry. I forgot. I thought I hit the mute button.
So, anyways, take out the papers in the trash, or you have mud puppies clickety clacks. He said that, quote, the worst was the constant deterioration of everything, the constant pain from my body falling apart, the constant screams in my mind, in the years of me waiting to see whether or not the next time someone opened the door, I would have that person come execute you. Dude, the reason why you were feeling pain is because you were getting Man Love Thursday. That's what you were fucking getting. So he gave an unsworn statement. Yeah, exactly. He won't be cross-examined by fucking prosecutors. So, but earlier before that, a wife of an Army soldier who was shot in the head during the search mission of Bergdahl in Afghanistan delivered an emotional testimony, tearing up as she described she no longer to play with her. He is no longer to play with his children anymore, and they can't even hold hands. In the fields, man. Shannon Allen was the final witness for the prosecution, and the National Guard Master Sergeant Mark Allen, who's unable to speak, uses a wheelchair, and needs help with everyday tasks. He's not able to reach out for her or talk to her. Pause and take a deep breath. Let's talk about I can't even read this further about in the fields. Never had the chance to really play or help her or coach her in sports or ask her about her day. He's talking about his 9-year-old daughter. Faces the maximum sentence of life in prison, obviously, and after pleading guilty to desertion and misbehavior before the enemy, and he was held by the Taliban for 5 years after his remote post. He left his remote post in Afghanistan in 2009. So again, 31-year-old dude, fucking Bergdahl, who should not have joined the military to begin with. But again, now, everyone's talking about what is happening with the with the judge and this portion of the sentencing. Everyone thought that because of the comments that the president had said about the trial, the judge in fact did have to say this, quote, "I am completely unaffected by any opinions President Trump may have about Sergeant Bergdahl," unquote. Too easy. Easy fix right then and there. No need for speculation, right? So there you have it. That's it. That's really whatever. So everyone's talking about he's going to keep the comments in mind as he weighs other factors as he goes into the sentencing decision. And this is the military judge. And then the hearing's going to last several more days. was expected to last at least. And then obviously Bergdahl's mental health or his time in captivity are going to be, are going to encourage leniency, which if you didn't walk away from your post, you would not be enduring the shit that you had to deal with the Taliban. How about that? If you had just stayed where the fuck you're at, if you had submitted your grievance with U.S. Army WTF moments instead of walking out post. I mean, hyperbole, of course. I'm purely making a joke about why he fucking did it. I'm not joking around about what happened, but dude, what a piece of shit. So, but yeah, it's freaking. I'm just
gonna sit here and drink my coffee on that one.
Well, I mean, again, he freaking he what he doesn't realize is that the pain involved in what happened to everybody. Everyone thought like, you know what I mean? I mean, we've already beat this fucking dead horse.
Yeah.
But I just can't fucking believe that he has these. Oh well, the reason why it happened was because of this. No, tool bag. The reason why you're a fucking tool bag. That's why you fucking. I'll say it. It's not. Well, since the judge already said that anything that the president says is not going to be affected, I'm pretty sure little old me is not going to affect the decision. So fuck him.
Yeah,
I'm serious. Fuck him. Fuck you, worthless piece of shit. You fucking walked away from your fucking post. You violated your first general order. You conducted yourself poorly as a non-commissioned officer. Fuck off.
Remember, he wasn't an NCO when he was captured.
No, go ahead. You were gonna say. What were you saying, Mom?
Oh, I was gonna say for him to think. I wouldn't say his shit's, my shit stinks or his shit stinks, like as in like I could just walk off to prove a point that my command sucks, because that's pretty much, or there's things that needed to be revealed within his unit. That's narcissism right there, thinking that's gonna fucking fix stuff. Like you're just gonna, okay, well, whatever, I quit. And then we go on for years of trying to find him. And then now that, we pretty much traded, him for 5 fucking terrorists, and he couldn't have said sorry when he came back to the States. He couldn't have done any of that. Like, is he really truly sorry? Why is he apologizing now? Oh, because he wants leniency on his sentencing. That's it. He's not sorry. He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He only cares now is because he's about ready to face fucking life. That's the only reason. Because when I see his ass on fucking video when he's talking to the fucking Taliban, he has that smug. He has the same smug look about them as well. You know what I mean? They have this smugness about them, and it's just fucking disgusting how you fucking just whatever. And everyone's like, oh, maybe you should just fuck him. Fuck him. I'm glad that at least the judge is going to pass his judgment on himself without worrying about outside command influence. He doesn't give a fuck. But yeah.
Yeah, because in all actuality, this is a pretty much cut and dry case.
Yeah, it is.
There's not. Well, maybe he did, or maybe no. He already admitted. Yeah, I walked away.
Yeah.
Okay. He entered a guilty plea.
I mean, his lawyers are only trying to do what lawyers are supposed to do. It is try to, I guess, make sure not, that he is, tried fairly, but also to try and get him off. And that's all they're trying to do with the whole Trump thing. And now that this judge said that, I mean, what else can they say?
Yeah, exactly. Now that the judge said that, you can say anything now.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Not the judge, but
just move on to the sentencing, be done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doc Derek brought up a good point over in Mixer. Can you get RCP'd for not getting promoted while you're held captive?
No, actually, there's a limitation to the statute of limitations. So, but
yeah, that's how he made his E5.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we are still having the contest. Don't forget, we are having a contest for the, the main page is having a fucking contest. It's the official 2017 WTF Halloween contest. Post a picture of yourself in costume in the comments on this post, specifically to try to get the most likes. And the contest will run until Tuesday evening, 20:59 Eastern Standard Time, and then impress the main page and the rest of the WTF Nation with your best costume once it closes up, and you'll receive some prizes. So there you go. We've seen some good. There's some good ones in there. There is one in there of freaking Storm. Did you see that one with Storm?
No,
dude.
Yeah, I'm on my way there.
Go.
Yes, I saw that.
That is badass. That
yes,
is
it is
fucking badass. Obviously, I cannot provide any of that. I cannot provide any of the because I'm not judging. I'm not judging this. It is the WTF Nation, but that is badass. That is hey, Storm. Hey, I'm just saying, Katima. Woo woo woo. That's pretty baller. That is an awesome picture of Storm with your Mjolnir. That's badass. I love it.
I wonder how long it took her to make it.
I don't know, but it's just the fact that she's got her eyes all fucking whited out and she looks like fucking Storm. That is badass, dude. It was given exactly that, and she is so much of the comic nerdness that she said yes. She even corrected a lot of fans that were giving her shit. Talking about, yes, she had her own Mjolnir, and it was called Stormhammer, given to her by Loki. Fuck yeah, Katima. Don't let him hate. That was badass. And then Casey had one too. His little guy wanted to be Batman. That's badass too. So hey, like I said, may the best costumes win. This is good shit. I love it. So don't forget to go ahead and submit it underneath that post. The pinned post is on U.S. Army WTF Moments. And then you'll be able to get on Meow and check it out. But it's good stuff, man. I like it. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to exactly that, Max. He's a coward and he's a pussy. A coward. Coward. Hey, Soren, you're a coward. I can't believe it. Like I said, that he would even have the audacity. Now, everyone, of course, is like, well, who is he like? And blah, 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 blah. So if you guys don't know what the fuck his backstory is, okay, look, he went missing in June of 2009, okay? So obviously it caused a massive fucking search operation. So, he left his post intended to alert people about problems that he had perceived in his unit, that he perceived within his unit. Investigators said that that Bergdahl had suffered from, schizotypal personality disorder when he left his post, meaning he had some behavioral health issues. The Army did charge them, of course, with desertion and misbehavior before the enemy in 2015. So, that's another thing. Again, it's one of those fucking things where this is cut and dry, man. This is so fucking cut and dry. That's it. The judge has even said himself that Bergdahl also bears some responsibility for the risky missions to find him. Now, Jay Reddy has brought this up. Jay Reddy was one of the first ones brought it up. That's a lot of these missions that were for Bergdahl. Everyone liked to clump everybody together that, people died to find Bergdahl. No, people did not die to find Bergdahl. Let's get that clear right now. There was a specific time where there were specific missions sent out just to purposely look for fucking Bergdahl, and there was individuals that were wounded and disfigured and paralyzed and all that. Those were the guys that were in direct support and direct search. Every mission when you went out, like I said, is when I deployed, and we were trying to look for fucking Saddam Hussein. Obviously, after the real hunt for Saddam Hussein was sort of kind of over, then you went out and conducted your security patrols, and then your present patrols, and then your final, it's like a secondary objective. It was one of those things. And if you happen to fucking know anything about Saddam Hussein, just, make sure, blah, blah, blah. That was it. It was not the primary mission. So, he does bear some responsibility after that. So anybody who says anything after that, you can get pissed off at me all you fucking want. 6 guys did not die looking for him as much as everybody likes to say there is, because there's a timeline specifically, and it's about a few days, actually about a couple weeks, between the time that the actual search operations has ceased and then it became a normal, all right, go and fucking kill some tallies before, and then if you just happen to see Bergdahl on a whim or whatever, then yeah, that's it. So it wasn't a specific mission. So don't get wrapped around the axle. Don't follow the hype of the Because right now there's a picture running around of all this fucking Until Valhalla shits on these guys, these 6 guys that got killed in Afghanistan, looking for him. He did not look for him. They were not looking for him. Again, I am not at any way lowering their lives about it, but it's just the fact that they cannot be attributed to him. In other words, if you're trying to nail Bergdahl to the fucking wall, you can't attribute these guys getting killed to that. The chief losing his dog and fucking getting wounded, yes. The guy getting paralyzed, yes. Some other individuals getting wounded, yes. You can fucking attribute it to that. Because those were specific missions to go do it. There were, like I said, there were specific missions for that stuff. So I don't want to. Everyone was like, "Oh, well, you're not taking it up with. You don't think that's right or wrong?" No, that's just the way it fucking is. It's not. Yeah, it is fucked up. Pussy should have left. Fucking should not have left his post.
Correct.
So I know.
I will never leave my post unless properly relieved.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds familiar from someplace. I don't know. I might have read it someplace.
Yeah, guard everything that lives my post and got my relief. Yeah. Yeah. Walk my post from rank to rank and take no shit from any rank. Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah.
All those little fucking general. You mean the general orders? Did you talk about that?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. That's right.
What is your first general order? I will not be Bergdahl. That should be the new general orders now. What's your first general order, Private? I will not be Bergdahl. Fucking A, man.
Promote ahead of Pierce.
Promote ahead of Pierce. That waiver is going in right now for your promotion. So, okay. So, I was going to talk about it earlier too now, but I'm also talking now. All right. This is some opinion, of course. There's an arrest to the Russia probe that's happening right now. Dun, dun, dun. So, if you guys don't know what's happening, there has been Russia probe arrests and indictments already on individuals. Everybody knew that fucking what's his nuts? What was his name? Paul Manafort or something like that.
Yes.
Paul Manafort.
Yes.
Was a one-time campaign chairman for the Trump the Trump campaign. There was some I didn't know this. Is that this fucking dude was like was a registered foreign agent. And what the fuck, dude? He was working on advising fucking a Russia-friendly political party in Ukraine. How did not he fucking see this coming? What the fuck?
That's the dude that sent the emails.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
How do you not see this fucking coming? I mean, dude, really? You're blaming everybody on saying fake news. There's collusion and there's not collusion, but yeah, dude. I mean, granted, now it might have been a few years back. This could have been one of those things where it was a few years back and all that shit. But damn, dude, really? So it's distracting right now. It seems like everyone's trying to dig and grab for straws, anyways, to find something against the president.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, look, if this is dead to rights and it's fucking wrong, okay, good on him. I'm glad they fucking Paul Manafort's going fucking down. But like we said, what was it? Did I say that Friday? Yeah, I said that Friday. Be careful what you wish for, though, because now as we're unraveling this fucking yarn, this fucking this knit sweater, there's a lot of other politicians and everybody falling out with it. I don't specifically know who. It just seems like everybody was more pushing to not do this thing because it seemed like, I don't know, it seemed a little suspicious that there were some people involved. You know what I mean? There were just some people involved. But yeah. Anyways. It's just one of those things where I'm just like, fucking, dude, really, whatever, dude. You did not think that this guy, Paul Manafort, was he was a registered fucking, well, they considered him a federal agent. He was also, in this fucking indictment, there's like other dudes involved. You don't think that this is not going to cause any fucking issues and shit? Now it'll be kind of obvious if fucking, what's his nuts? The lead prosecutor or the guy that special counsel, the former director of the FBI, who has had issues himself with Russia. Just let it fucking let all dude. I want all this shit to fucking open up. This whole thing is so fucking tangled now. You don't even know who's involved anymore.
Especially, right before it all happened with Hillary. like before they indicted these guys, and Hillary's involved and stuff. So I'm just interested how it's all intertwined.
Yeah, exactly. I do. I want to see. Yeah, because it's getting Jesus, it's getting stupid now.
Because there's got to be a connection with this Paul dude and Hillary somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Well, obviously because everybody knows about, and that's the thing. They're connecting two Russian stories to one. They're you know what I mean? There are two separate Russian stories. One is with fucking Manafort, with his team. Now, you got to think about it too. Trump probably found out. The president probably found out these guys were involved in some shady ass shit and said, "Fuck you, you're not coming to me. You're gonna get in trouble." I'm staying away from you. Otherwise, he wouldn't be on the team, right? General Flynn wouldn't be on the team, right? Because he probably found out some shit about him too, right? So that's one Russian story. But then there's also how this fake dossier that's coming up that was paid by the Democratic National Committee or Convention or fucking whatever, the DNC. They were paying for a fake fucking dossier on fucking Trump. They're using the Russians, you know, whatever. Now, everybody, of course, was talking about how, the Russians met with fucking the Republican National Party. They met with everybody. They were trying to get dirt on each other. Of course, they're a fucking enemy state. Of course, they're going to try to get their dick beaters involved to try to fuck up our, you know what I mean? They're fucking Russians. They're going to fucking do it. Well, if the Russians talk to both parties, then everyone should be kind of like stopping for a minute there and looking at each other and saying, let's go after the fucking Russians.
Russia's playing them.
Yeah, except Russia's playing both parties. Both parties are all fucked up anyways.
Wait a minute. You talk to them too?
Yeah. Well, let's collusion. No, dude, that's not what I meant. No collusion. They're like, oh my dude, what you're talking about the Russians that are talking about collusion. I'm like, oh, dude. So again, the Russians involved in
everybody's business.
Everybody's business. Everybody. The Russians were involved in everybody. The Republicans and the Democrats. So why doesn't everybody just go ahead and I don't know, collect ourselves and go out and kick some ass? Just beat the Russians at their own game. Get involved in their elections or some shit. I don't know. Wait, they don't have elections.
That makes too much sense.
They don't have
real
elections.
Well, of course we have elections. In Russia, we always have elections. They have you.
I was just about to say that.
In our country, you don't have to worry about this. Whatever, dude.
In Mother Russia?
Yeah.
You don't get elected. It elects you.
It elects you. This dossier just it's not good. Let's talk about Democrats. They're all fuck that. They're all fucked up. They're all of them. Anybody who's been involved in a foreign state to fuck up in our fucking politics, they're the ones that need to get busted. And I hope everybody gets busted. That's the thing. I want everybody to get busted. I want to see shit burn on this, man. I want to see everybody go down for this motherfucker. I don't want to see anybody fuck. I want nobody unscathed for this.
Why can't I see you in the back of the room with a big old pot and a spoon?
Yeah, dude. No, I'm the guy that throws. Yeah, I'm the guy that throws a grenade in a fucking porta potty and see how much shit splatters on everybody. I want to see them shits fly. I want to see, and Hillary. What difference does it make? Oh, she's got shit on her too.
I kind of wonder if they're in this secret room and they've got the Democrats and the Republicans and they're like, hey. He said this, go tell them that. And then Democrats, oh, Trump said grab her by the pussy. We need to run with it. And then the Democrats, with the Russia, oh, well, we're doing this and da-da-da. And Russia's telling the Republicans,
yeah, exactly.
Hey, they're doing this.
Exactly. Go to Trump and tell him this. And the next thing you know, they're all running back and Trump's tweeting the shit. Collusion. They're all fucking, like I said, they're all cahoots. Dude, politicians are dirty as fuck. They're just dirty as fuck. They may have sense. All the guys that talk about what they're going to do when they get to Kevin Spacey on House of Cards is a more reliable fucking politician than fucking we have in politics right now.
Oh, yes. It's kind of funny, with House of Cards in season 5. Sorry, guys, if you haven't seen it yet.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Well, even like in 4, like the relationship with him and Russia, I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's us.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You brought up the whole, when they released the grab her by the pussy, could you imagine the guy in the background going, do you really want to release this? Wasn't it Hillary's husband that actually got caught? And then all you hear is a gunshot.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck was that? Like this,
wasn't it Hillary's husband that already got caught grabbing some chick by the pussy? Bam!
Could you notice? I think this is the same time that fucking ban got lifted from the FBI informant about the other Russia story. There's more than one. This is what blows me away. Are politicians that fucking dumb? Are both parties that fucking dumb to not realize that if both parties are involved with the fucking Russians, that they maybe should be going after the Russians? I'm just saying.
Honestly, I don't think it's that they're dumb. They are so full of shit, and it's all about themselves, that the whole thing with Russia, like they're going after each other. They want to get blood from each other, Republicans and Democrats. Like the whole thing, it's like fogging their minds because they've gotten away with all this shit for so long. They're just not even, I don't even think they're thinking about going after Russia.
You think so?
They never thought to pick up the phone and go, so do you ever talk to a guy named Borov?
Yeah, Borat, yeah.
Yeah, why? Never mind. Hey, guys, let's not do anything with this one.
But that's how that's gonna, they're gonna bring each other down, is because they're out for blood for each party, not, going, after the, the true and original source on both issues, on all the issues, on however, like how many stories there are with Russia. This is gonna be their downfall. We're gonna probably find out a lot more shit that's been going on than we've ever seen before.
Yeah, but
and for a hell of a long time.
Yeah, but that was my whole point, though. But going back and forth, there's everyone's thinking that there is no one's looking at this objectively. No one has stepped back and said, holy fuck, there are 2, possibly 3 Russian stories going on right now. And nobody's talking about the spies that are in Russia. Man, I would be black sandbagging. That is a term that's used to when you get a detainee and you put a black sandbag over their head. This is no longer, it's not a racist term. I don't want nobody if I can say, we don't want to go back on this Moana cake that we were talking about earlier. It is a black sandbag. When you say black sandbagging, don't take that fucking offensive and shit. And if you do, I don't give a fuck. But that's a term basically used where you have a black sandbag put over your head and you get waterboarded. So, point being is that there should be Russian spies getting fucking sandbagged right now, left and right.
Yeah,
they should be fucking getting pulled up left and right, and then that's it. You shouldn't hear about them again. I mean, the whole spy thing is fascinating, anyways. Did you ever see that movie Spy Game with Brad Pitt and Robert Redford?
No.
Have you seen The Recruit with fucking Colin Farrell? Damn, you guys are. I'm talking about old movies, huh?
I think I've seen Recruit.
Okay. Well, those movies, they talk about the CIA. Well, actually, Joe was in that one too. That was a Weinstein film. But anyways, but it was one of those things to where it's just that whole spy thing is fascinating. The fact that, hey, again, no one's taken that step back and objectively looked at there are 2 stories from both parties that have to do with Russia. Now think about it. One of the cases in the Republican side of the House is the fact that Paul Manafort was a former campaign employee. So I think the president should have he should have said something. You know what I mean? Go back. It's almost like the fucking Harvey Weinstein. He should have said something. Hey, fucker. This guy's fucking getting involved and he needed to turn his name. You know what I mean? He turned him in. Turn him in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that point.
I said it earlier.
Yeah. Same thing with the fucking the DNC or the Democrats as well. Doing the fucking fake dossier. Turn them in. They should have got fucking busted, right? And then
if you knew about it, you're just as guilty.
Yeah, exactly. That's that TARP training to get here, anyways. And then there was fucking Trump Jr. Who went out and fucking talked to a Russian fucking person who said that they had dirt on Hillary Clinton. That's like fucking. That's the biggest, switch bait fucking. That's like spam fucking email looking at porn type shit. Think about it. If you are in charge of running a campaign that your dad, or hell, and you're working for somebody, it couldn't even be your dad. but your boss is running for president and somebody called you up and said they had dirt on the opponent, would you go to him?
No.
You wouldn't go to him. Would you say, send me an email? Would you say, email it to me? What would you say?
I'm smarter than that. I wouldn't fall for something stupid.
Would you?
Like
I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. I would. I guess I'm stupid then.
Sorry.
Ice, somebody has a dirt on the opponent that you're running against. Oh, really? Oh, Matt Damon. Okay, give it to me. I probably would be.
Let me light it up and see shit burn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, hang on. Let me get some lawyers. Let me get some people together and see what it is. Have some people from the press. Fuck yeah. See, that's another thing, too. How much was the press involved? I'll tell you how much the press was involved. You had fucking Hillary getting questions provided to her by fucking CNN for one of the debates.
Oh, yeah.
So she can... Yeah, people forget about that shit, right? Fucking A, just like I said, keep going. Bring them all down. Hillary Clinton, she thinks she's so fucking running for office. My opponent. Dude, you're like losing it. My opponent, bitch, you're fucking done. You're done. After everyone... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I just don't know why she cannot just go away.
Or shut up.
For like ever.
Or shut up.
Hey, that was a good first 6 months. You know, she kind of disappeared and didn't say anything. Now she's back. Yeah. Damn it.
Back again.
Guess who's back? I don't get it. She shut the fuck up because, again, she keeps talking. Even some members of her own party have said, shut up. Shut up. But anyways. Again, I think everybody, there's two Russians. I think it's the same bad party. It's the same bad guy, two different events, and so that's it. They should go after the fucking Russians. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Pull in the Russian spies, black bag them like you said, and gingerly escort them back.
Well, again, I'm not gonna. It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating the fuck out of me because I can't. Nobody's seeing that there's other shit happening as well. Did you know our economy is fucking getting boosted up right now? I don't know if it's fucking from the president or what, but it's kind of cool. You know, there's fucking jobs that are getting fucking more jobs happening right now in our fucking country than before. I'm just little fascinating shit like that. But I want to wrap around this stuff. And then you have the fucking talking heads that won't shut up either. All of them. Anderson Cooper, blah, 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 blah. Sean Hannity, blah, 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 blah. They just won't shut up. They're repeating the same shit over and over again. The World Series backwards, it would have been was more entertaining than that. I tell you what, because the World Series, after you've not watched baseball for a long fucking time, you've not kept on sports and shit, and then you watch it, you're like, damn, this is fucking slow as fuck. I was watching the World Series. I'm like, yeah, get them Dodgers. And then I wake up and I'm like, I'm going to bed. Fuck this. And then I wake up, they lost? Fuck. They were winning.
The game's still on?
Yeah, exactly. Fucking game's still on. And they fucking lost. But I'd rather watch something like that than not fucking deal with the bullshit. I mean, you don't hear about whatever happened to car chase. Remember when car chases used to be a big fucking deal?
Oh, like from L.A.? It was on like every news channel in the country?
Yeah, that would be either, of course, it'd be L.A., Phoenix, or fucking Dallas. There was all the big fucking car chases coming from. But you hear, this is Fox Live breaking news. Ching! Here we have Shepard Smith talking about blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, ching! Fox News alert. There's a car chase.
Yeah.
And then every time you fucking see some shit going on, it's oh my fucking God. Here's why Hillary...
Until you have the OJ chase.
Yeah. The chase of all chases. What was that fucking...
The slowest chase ever.
Yeah. What's Joseph saying? Joseph squawked up a fucking paragraph in the Facebook live chat. What did he say? He says, the reason why she's not going away is because she's dying. She wanted to do this for her last one, to complete her political legacy, and failed. She has to finish with something, and this book tour is it. Yeah. That's true, man. That is fucking true. She's a worthless politician, man. I don't even know. I couldn't even imagine Well, I couldn't believe we got Trump either, but I couldn't even I couldn't even imagine her being in there. You know what I mean? I couldn't even fucking imagine that. Yeah, I'll read your shits if you throw them up there.
Yeah.
I can't. I couldn't even imagine if she was the president. Oh fuck, dude. Fuck. Couldn't even imagine it. So that was the news.
I don't even think on what some of her decisions on some of the crap.
Well, I mean, some of it as well is the fact that some of it were all, you could tell she was going back and forth. She told a bunch of coal miners she's going to put people out of business and all this shit. And then she went in fucking told the coal miners, no, come on. After they just fucking said, hey, dude, whatever. So, but anyways.
She's just as senile as her husband.
Yeah. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Is that Cletus?
No, I'm on mute.
Who's that in the background?
No, that was Chase.
Damn,
my
dude.
guard dog.
Dude, you're fucking service dog, man. Is that a service dog or is it a support dog?
Neither. It's my guard dog.
I got in a serious freaking not serious conversation. So there was an event that happened, and one of our friends and lovely fucking buddies, one of my lovely 6 Jane, had posted something on her page. I'm not talking about other pages, but it was kind of funny how everybody fucking has the service animals. I was going to talk about this,
yes.
this was, I was going to open this a little bit later, but I decided to just go ahead and talk about it now. Service animals. Okay. So there was a dude that was in a fucking elevator and he had, his dog Earl or her, I'm sorry. It was a lab sitting just right next to her in a fucking wheelchair, and the dogs opened up, and then a woman was holding a purse, and in the purse was a teacup poodle. The door closed, and as soon as the poodle spotted Earl, then that's when that little fucking dog flung out, came out of the purse, and fucking clamped his teeth on the big dog's snout, leaving him bleeding on the elevator floor. So the woman said, "Oh, well, the poodle's a service dog. Who has and this woman has got like a fucking, no, it's a service dog. Like it was a fucking excuse." So now there are states out there that are thinking about enacting like no shit legit fucking certifications for service dog and support dogs, because everyone likes to fucking, and I commented on that, and everyone immediately fucking jumped on my shit because I said that there are people that there needs to be a fucking at least a certification at the state level. And this is what I said. Because there's fakers out there that are usually fucking dog hoarders that feel that because they say it and they think they're fucking dog whisperers, then they immediately say it's a service dog, right? And then I'm thinking, what the fuck's a poodle gonna do as a service dog? They immediately got my shit jumped.
It's an emotional support animal.
Poodles are actually one of the most that were first sensitive. Look, spare me the fucking the pedigree and fucking Purina fucking history of dogs, okay? I don't want to fucking hear it. If you have a little shit dog that attacks another person, it's not a service dog at that point.
I've never seen a service dog attack another animal.
Is that everyone likes to throw that fucking, they throw the little vest on there, it's a service dog because they don't want to fucking leave their dogs at home. Now look, I'm not saying it because I have dogs myself, 6 of them, okay? Monster dogs that can pick up baby Ice by his freaking collar and carry him across the room because he's crying because they're annoyed of his ass and shit. That they're that big when he was smaller, okay? I had King Shepherds, all right? They're monsters. And I got 3 little Yip dogs, right? So they all get along, right? But I'm not going to fucking say, and these people that, they're my fur babies. Okay, look. I get it, fur babies, okay? But let's be real, okay? If your dog's walking into a fucking restaurant and it's fucking a legit service dog, usually you can spot them off pretty fucking good. You could tell that they're service dogs. You could tell that they've been trained. But when you put a vest on your dog and it's a support dog because you have some sort of hoarding disease and shit, and you're like the cat lady or something like that, wants to collect all these fucking animals because you think you can fucking protect them because you read somewhere that this is how you train fucking animals and this is what you need to do, then what? I literally was getting motherfuckers, people trying to school me. You know, service dogs are alert dogs to notify if there's an issue that occurs. Can the dog get me a beer? No, it's not a fucking service dog. Can it open the door? Nope, it's not a fucking service dog. Does it know the code to my fucking alarm if a fucking... Nope, don't know service dog. Does it attack when I'm being... Nope, not a service dog.
The only thing that I kind of see an issue with them, you know, states starting to enforce certifications is the cost of a service dog towards the people who legitimately need them will go up.
Certified.
Because we all know how that kind of goes.
No, what I'm saying though is that no shit. So don't fucking be a cheap. And I'm glad. No, but I'm saying, but that should happen because it should be that way. It should not be someone who thinks they know about. Like I said, they read a book. They're a fucking cat hoarder, and you know I've even said they even have little ponies on planes for emotional support. Then they need to get the fuck off the goddamn plane. Okay, let's draw the fucking line here. All right.
Wait, there's ponies on planes?
Oh, fuck yeah. There's people who use, it's an emotional support thing. And you know what? All this support dog and CNI stuff happened normally. It started off with the veteran stuff. It started off with veterans needing to support, like, no shit service dog supports for their injuries that they've sustained.
Yeah.
To help them out. And now people are using that as a fucking coattail riding. Well, you know, people have a fucking, you know, a toy poodle is incredibly smart. That little fucker would have been punted out of the fucking elevator, or at least would have been kicked around inside until the elevator doors open. If I was that fucking guy, if I owned the dogs. Yeah, I don't fucking get it. I don't know how people all of a sudden, they're my favorite babies. Shut the fuck up. They're not babies. They're not humans. Okay, they're still animals. Don't get me wrong. Now, I love my dogs. I do. However, my dog is not going to walk in. I'm serious. My dog will rip your fucking face off. It's supposed to rip your fucking face off. Mm-hmm. It is not an emotional support dog. It is an emotional fucking disturbing dog. It'll fuck you up. It's supposed to fuck you up. So don't go. Yeah. It is not. Now, if I had spent the money to, which, you know, spent good fucking money to do what it does right now, then yes, I obviously. Well, if I had a dog that I spent thousands of dollars on or whatever, or you applied for a program where a dog was provided, because like I said, true service dogs, I've seen true service dogs walking along beside you, sitting by you, moving you in a specific position, corralling people when they've had fits, when they're epileptic or they've had seizures. I mean, I've seen it in action. I've seen true service dogs. Again, the cat lady does not certify, because you notice there's people like that. You ever go to PetSmart? You ever go to where you're at? There's a PetSmart and they have fucking the people bring their fucking Humane Society donations, and you have that one fucking lady that thinks she knows everything about fucking dogs, and you're a breeder, right? You know what I mean? You like, I used to breed dogs, okay, like straight up Schutzhund fucking dogs, straight up German pedigreed motherfucking dogs. It's just too expensive to do anymore, but I bred them motherfuckers, okay. And I'm telling you what, those monsters, King Shepherds, are fucking expensive as shit. They have to go through so much fucking training. It's unfucking real. So the cat lady who works for the Humane Society in downtown San Antonio, does not fucking certify, is not qualified to say that's a service dog.
You know, it's funny you bring that up, because I have two buddies that have actual PTSD service dogs. And we've been in Walmart.
So even your dog agrees.
Yeah. We've been in Walmart, and my anxiety started to go up, and the dog reacted to me. But I'm always around him. So, I mean, he's picked up my corpse.
Again, but...
See, that's a true service dog.
But, Mud, that's what they're supposed to do. Again.
Exactly.
A cat lady who has a toy poodle inside of a bag and is trying to say that as an excuse, because I'll be honest with you, the moment a dog turns on a human, that dog needs to be put down. Sorry. Everyone's gonna fucking no. Nope. Nope.
I'm with you on that one.
Nope. I think a dog that attacks a human, that attacks somebody like that, straight up put down. Obviously, unless it's fucking Ray come jump on the fucking fence or something like that. Then his ass is gonna get fucking chased down by a fucking dog. Anybody who obviously is breaking into the house and the dog's doing his fucking job, then yeah. You know, you have Bob the fucking
that's why Chase is around the house.
Yeah, you have Bob the fucking meth head who's trying to fucking get a twitch or some shit. And the next thing you know, fucking wonders why he can't feel his fucking leg was because my dog mauled it off. Because he tried to break into the fucking house. There was someone that tried to come across my yard, and literally I had everyone freaking out on me, pissed off on me because the guy ran over trying to run away from the fucking cops, and he jumped my fucking fence to just do a corner of my fence, and he climbed over, and as soon as he climbed over, the bitches got him. They're females, and they all fucking went at him. All of them. Even the little kick dogs went at him. But you could just imagine, and now mind you now, I've got some, they're beasts. And one of them just literally tackled his ass, and the other one was grabbing on his was dragging him. One was dragging him by the back of his Achilles tendon on his back, and the other one had him by his fucking neck. And the guy was screaming bloody fucking murder and shit like that. So I called him off, and then the cops fucking came, and the guy tried to come. He like literally was telling the cop, you know, I'm fucking jumping the fucking whatever. Tired of that fucking shit. Tired of the fucking shit. Don't fucking say it's a service dog, okay? Cat ladies, you're not qualified to determine what an animal is a service dog or not. Because there are some states that legit give you cards. It's like a registration for your dog. It's like a gun. It's like a car. It's like a fucking, it's like having like a license. You have a little license, your dog's got a certification. Some of the service dogs that I know that are legit have little fucking, they have like the clear, you know how Tom Brady cheats by having all this thing on his wrist? It's like that clear plastic shit. It's right there on his fucking vest. That was a ding on you, Branko. They got a little clear thing. It's like a little ID card holder for their certification, designating them as a true fucking service dog with points of contacts of where the trainer is, and they're state certified and shit like that. What the fuck's wrong with that? That's legit.
Yeah,
that's what you want to see, not this. Well, you know. Poodles were actually one of the first breeds trained as CNI dogs. The big ones.
Not Fifi.
Yeah, not Fifi with her fucking that jump. Okay, look. I lost it. I about lost my shit and was going off on people when I read the dog jumped out of the purse and jumped on the service dog. My dogs are trained to protect themselves as well. So if any, whatever. And then of course I get even the toy poodles are smart. They tie right up there with border collies. Oh my god, really? Oh, okay, cat ladies. Those are the ones that you see in the fucking episode of Hoarders and shit. You know what I mean? They get mad because they can't keep all their fucking dogs. Now, I get it. Like I said, dogs are part of the family. They are. But dude, they're not fucking human. They're not. No. I don't want to hear it. Is that how you treat Cletus? When you got Cletus in that fucking era, that fucking
Black Lab Chow mix?
Yeah, Black Dad, and then you have the fucking the bagpipe without the pipes fucking cat.
The cat.
Yeah.
I also have a Dachshund.
Oh, that's right. You do have a Dachshund. That's right.
Yeah, she's old as fuck though.
Yeah, exactly. So, but my point being is that fuck, dude.
They're animals to us. I mean, yes, they are part of the family, but however, if it came down to it, and if they hurt another human or another dog, then chances are I would have them put down.
Yeah, as you should.
Because that's just, I mean, they're animals.
Yeah,
and they go off their instincts, and I do not want to be responsible for that to happen again after it first happened. However, they are trained, and I would hope that with their training, that I would never have to, do that. Yeah. But things happen.
Yeah, I hate that. Dogs got to get put down. Dogs got to get put down. I mean, again, that little poodle fucking jumped out and attacked that fucking dog for no reason. Just put it out for spite, too. Just for no, I'm serious. Is that certified? Well, no, it's just because well, how do you know it's a service dog? It exhibits specific traits that it's not a service dog then. Like I said, have you guys run into people like that? I think it's just me. Is it just me that runs into people like that? You have that know-it-all fucking dog person. That person that thinks they know everything about fucking
all
dogs.
The time.
Like I said, when you go to PetSmart and you walk in there, and I bring one of my monsters in there, and people are like, it's parts of the sea. Because he walks.
Well, there's like the videos of where like a dog is trying to, I guess you can say, it's attacking another dog, and people are like, oh, why aren't you breaking it up? You know, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, you do not get in the middle of a dog fight, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Like, it just, you can't. Or you become a victim too. And the people are like, oh, I'll throw water on them. I've broken, dog fights up before. And I'm just like, you're fucking lucky.
Yeah. The only real way to break up a dog fight is 2 bullets instead of 1.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, again, people like people who have pit bulls and stuff like that, and big German shepherds and Rottweilers and all this other stuff, and I see them eating another dog or whatever. Hey, man, that's it. Pew, pew. Dog's in danger. I mean, little, and at least with a yap dog, you could kick it. You know what I mean? You could punt it. I don't know, 50, 40 yards.
Cunt punt it.
Yeah, you can. I didn't say that. God damn, Amy.
Wow.
You can't punt it. It's not where I was going at, but all right.
That escalated quickly.
That it did. You can't punt the dog. Holy shit.
I killed someone with a trident.
That's how I feel about toy dogs.
Is that, I'm about to say, what is that a level of force when it comes to punting? There's punting, and then there's cunt punting. Is that a level of force that you?
I would think so.
Yeah, it's like what kind of force is that when you cunt punt?
Where in the level of force? Where in the level of forces does that lie?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking sit there and say that I'm the expert in animals as well. I'm not. I really am not. Like when I went to Warhorse, and I remember when I was a kid, growing up on a ranch, and we had horses, and I remember riding the horses when I was a kid. But I wasn't gonna go in there and say, "Oh, I know about this. Shut up, guys. Shut up, Patrick. I'm gonna do this." No. I've been a while since I've been on a horse. And then once I got on there, that term, it's just like riding a horse. You fall off and get back in. It's like riding a horse again. Yeah, exactly that. That was easy. But I'm not gonna sit there and have anybody who I've never. Again, I know my dogs. So like I said, when I take my dogs to PetSmart, I can only take one at a time. I can't take all 3 of them because they're monsters. And so there was an incident one time where the bitches were fucking protecting me and Baby Ice, and that was all she wrote. Everyone, they thought they were police dogs. It was fucking awesome, and they were teeth gnarling, snashing, grabbing, pugs flying everywhere. It was fucking awesome, right? And so,
did you say pugs flying everywhere?
A pug went up to Baby Ice and was like fucking barking at him, and then Baby Ice looked at him, and then that was it. As soon as he looked down and the girl saw him, that was it. That little pug was dealt with. Several commands in different languages that I speak couldn't even stop it, so I had to pull them off, and everyone was freaking out. Baby Ice was laughing because he's that way. This is the way it is. So, but again. Everyone was saying that little pug was a service dog too. He's a little service dog. Well, service dogs don't go fucking attacking people. Straight up.
No, they don't go sniffing other people.
No, they don't. They just they ignore. Like, so one of my dogs is a Schutzhund. That is the one that I take with me because all I have to do is say some commands in German, and it's a hairy missile that attacks. It's my little Blitzkrieg bitch. Serious, man. I fucking love it. So my point being is that just because you're the cat lady and you hoard and you have 50 fucking dogs at your house because you think you know what's up with dogs.
Yeah.
Doesn't justify you having a dog or saying that it's a service dog. There should be. The state is correct. States should fucking crack down on the fake fucking stolen dog valor. You know what I mean? It's fucking fake ass shit. Now we have some stuff, some inbox posts. We've had some messages sent to us in the inbox of establishments that have not appropriated accommodations for people with legit certified card carrying service dogs. You know what I mean?
I wonder why, because people are bringing their fake dogs in.
Exactly that. And that's what it is. People bring their fucking fake dogs in there, and then that's it. Hey, if you can show me that a fucking toy poodle can, open up the fucking door for somebody or grab a... Because that's usually why labs and German shepherds... there's another dog. There's black labs, chocolate labs. What's the other one? A couple other dogs.
Yellow labs,
yeah,
golden retrievers.
Golden retrievers, yeah. Those are the ones that are generally because their size. It's their size and their general disposition, and they're easy for them to be a service dog. Because, like I said, they can open up doors for people. They can calm them down. They know how to corral people because they have the body weight to do it. If a toy poodle...
They can pull somebody on their side when they're having a seizure.
Correct. A toy poodle is going to do nothing but piss me the fuck off, dude. If I had could you imagine me with a service dog fucking toy? Because say I get diagnosed with some shit and I got to fucking have a toy fucking poodle. If I was having if I was stroking out or some shit like that, and that fucking toy poodle was like nipping at me to try to turn me over, and I would just, dude, really? I'd pick it up and throw it like a fucking football. As I'm shaking like Michael J. Fox or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Fuck that. Toy poodle. Toy poodle, get a toy dog. Give me a fucking break.
My Chihuahua is my service dog.
Yeah, service is a service dog.
So would Jose have a Chihuahua as a service dog then?
Does Jose have a Chihuahua? I don't know. You know, I've had a couple beers, Jose. You know, met him a few times, and you know, he shows up and then he disappears. You know, you hear the Spanish guitar playing when he shows up, and he hangs out and drink a couple beers, and then he's like, I must go, and then he fucking takes off.
Poopy's there, Poopy's gone.
Poopy's gone, Poopy's there, yeah. And then you hear maracas playing in the background. He's out. He's gone.
And never say La Migra around him.
And no, you couldn't hit the Migra scared. So, but anyways, it's about that time. About ready to close it up. So I'm going to do some house cleaning. Oh, motherfucker.
Come and flip your pillow.
The beer today. Well, so hey, what'd y'all think of fucking J Radio Show with Greg Stevens from RIP? Oh, that was good shit.
Great.
That was a good show. Fucking loved it. That was an awesome fucking show. He sounds like Patrick Benson on air.
See, when I've met Patrick, I was like, hey, I knew like he sounds like someone I know, and then.
As soon as I heard, I thought it was Patrick. I thought Patrick was in there too, joining in on the fun. But yeah, it was good shit. I'm glad he was on. It was a really good show. This Thursday we got Dave Corlow from the Journey Home Project. The Journey Home Project is used to continue and develop and produce video television program that raises awareness of the sacrifices made by the men and women who serve in the U.S. military, and they utilize these assets in raising funds to help our returning military men and women and during their service, due to the fact that everybody knows that they risk their life to defending our freedom. When they come home, the new challenges await, as in reassimilation, getting back in to the mix. They have some physical and mental healing while they get back into society. In both wars, I don't like hearing the both wars. There's no both wars. There's been a global war on terrorism happening for a long time. As you guys know about special operations soldiers that were killed in Africa. And everyone's like, we didn't know there were soldiers in Africa. Well, we've said that plenty of times here on WTF Nation Radio. U.S. Army WTF Moments. Got guys going out and doing shit. So, yeah. This Friday, we have Kevin and a model. I still can't believe this. Kevin and a model from Girls Gone Grunt. Kevin founded the Girls Gone Grunt as a mission to grow respect and appreciation for all the hard-working women, you damn right, in our country. They play a freaking role. They stay at home, businesswomen, nurses. Women can play a vital role in their positions to enhance our lives. His vision is to give women a platform to celebrate life's accomplishments, hard work, and patriotism. Woo woo! Go to girlsgonegrunt.com and you can see what I'm talking about. A model. We don't have a name yet for this model?
No.
Okay. Well,
I'm working on it.
All right. Okay. So, Monday, speaking of Patrick, we got Patrick from Warhorse for Veterans coming on. And he's going to talk about the charity run. It's going to happen on Veterans Day weekend, and it's going to start at the National World War I Museum at Little Memorial for the 3rd Annual War Horses for Board Veterans 5K. Takes place November 12th, the Sunday after Veterans Day. As a participant or volunteer, you get a long-sleeve T-shirt, and they have coffee and snacks for everybody. Come meet and support the local area combat veterans. Go to warhorsesforveterans.com. And then you can see where you can sign up for their 5K. Or you can also sign up for their 5K on their Facebook page. So if you look them up, and then Ooh, Tuesday, we have Mitch Hunter, the world's third full-face transplant recipient. Army veteran received wounds during... This Army veteran received the world's third... God, I can't say it. He received a full-face transplant. God, I can't even say it. His face got transplanted. You ever see the movie Face Off? Just like that. I'm reading this. How this Army veteran Mitch Hunter received the world's third full face transplant. Say that 5 times fast, Mom. Shit. In 2011.
I'll pass.
Yeah, exactly that. You just type shit out and fucking here. I read this. In 2001, Mitch was involved in a motor vehicle accident where he suffered severe burns from pushing a female occupant from a live wire, and Mitch will be here to tell us a story about what happened. Ooh, God, yeah. He was electrocuted, and everybody knows how electricity works. It's got to go in through one place and out the other, and that's what happened. It came out of his face, and so now he's receiving he received the full face transplant. Ooh, man, that's me crazy. Saturday we're gonna have John Al from Healing the Human and Being. Army veteran John Al, who's a shaman, will be on to talk about his techniques to help with dealing with PTSD, anxiety, and anything that will help the healing of the body and mind. Why is everything seeming a little weird? It's going to be on J-Rady's show. So they're going to get all into the aesthetics, spiritual, and expanding your mind. Make sure you pick up your Cybele at the door. Sorry. I'm focusing. But anywho, don't forget we got freaking Project Overwatch. We have Warhorse Veterans, and then we have KHB FM and AM, and we also have the Veterans Report, 94.1 FM, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and 620 AM. So yeah, we're even gonna rock. So we're probably gonna pick up a Veterans Day show during that weekend. It's gonna be pretty busy. We're gonna pick it up on that Veterans Day weekend. So stay tuned. Actually, you don't have to worry about staying tuned. Just check out the Facebook page of WTFNR, and you'll be able to see what's up, what's gonna be happening. And then yeah, you might have one of us on there. Or you might never know what you're gonna hear. So with that, okay, so that was it, right? Full face transplant. There you go.
There you go.
Full face transplant. Full face transplant. Full face transplant. You gotta have a sense of humor about shit. Anyways, so guys, thank you for coming on. Thank you for enjoying this. I needed this fucking. It was a Monday. I needed to fucking vent. I needed to fucking talk shit. I apologize for you guys for having only me talking, but I had a lot of shit to say. My bad. Normally you guys are the ones that are, me and you are both. All three of us are talking and engaging, but for some reason I just like to blab. Got to blab. So I can't believe I'm getting paid the $1 million negative dollar that I'm doing this. Everyone pick that up. You get paid? No, we don't.
And that's the funny thing is you and me, we basically, our thoughts are the same on almost every subject. But I think that's just the old school in us.
Oh, dude, you're not even 12. It takes you 6 months to grow a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow. What are you talking about?
Hey, shut up.
How old are you? You're like 12, right? You're in your 20s or something like that?
I'll be 37 next month, Dick.
Oh my God.
Oh.
37 months, Dick.
It's not my fault you'll finally get your AARP card this year.
I can't wait.
Or next year.
I can't wait. I'm going to get it. AARP. Fuck yeah, dude. Social Security. Get my weed card and shit.
I want my discounted coffee at McDonald's, damn it.
Yeah, spare change. So, y'all been watching the South Park? South Park is fucking tearing it up on the fucking president and current events right now. Oh my God. So, is the World Series going on right now? Because I don't pay attention to the outside world when we're doing a show. Are we doing anything?
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyways, go Dodgers. And then, yeah, good luck, Houston. Nice try. What else? I'll make sure you all show up to work, do PT, stay in shape, expert action badge, and SFAB.
Stay functional and don't do anything I wouldn't do, or at least don't get caught doing it. And for God's sake, don't name it after me.
Oh yeah, speaking of functional shit, functional veteran stuff. What's up with the ride? Are we just like gonna wait for a little bit? Or are you gonna do something with the ride? Or you're waiting until y'all schedules meet up? What's going on with the ride?
Wait until our schedules meet up. I got to get with people at my work to make sure that's all covered with us coming down at the Christmas time, we kind of get hectic there.
No, I gotcha. Totally understand. Tory. So, all right. Well, with that, y'all have a good one. And then Facebook Live, see ya. And I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit on fucking Mixer. So, y'all have a good one. Night. Shouts.
Shots.
Slump. If I could just get over this hump, but I need something to pull me out this dump. I took my bruises, took my lumps, fell down and I got right back up. But I need that spark to get psyched back up in order for me to pick the mic back up. I don't know how or why or when I ended up in this position I'm in. I'm starting to feel distant again, so I decided just to beat this pen up and try to make an attempt to fit, but I just can't admit or come to grips with the fact that I may be done with rap. I need a new outlet and I know some shit so hard to swallow, but I just can't sit back and wallow in my own sorrow. But I know one fact, I'll be one tough act to follow. One tough act to follow. I'll be one tough act to follow. Here today, gone tomorrow, but you never walk 1,000 miles.
I never thought I'd die alone. Another 6 months I'll be unknown. Give all my things to all my friends. You'll never step foot in my room again. You'll close it off, board it up. Remember the time that I spilled the cup of apple juice in the hall. Please tell Mom this is not her fault.
Lose my sense of humor. Everything is so tense and gloom. I almost feel like I gotta check the temperature of the room just as soon as I walk in. It's like all eyes on me, so I try to avoid any eye contact. 'Cause if I do that, then it opens the door for conversation like I want that. I'm not looking for extra attention. I just wanna be just like you. Blend in with the rest of the room. Maybe just point me to the closest restroom. I don't need no fucking manservant trying to hold me around and lick my ass. Laugh at every single joke I crack, and half of them ain't even funny like that. Marshall, you're so funny, man. You should be a comedian, goddamn. Unfortunately, I am. I just hide behind the tears of a clown. So why don't you all sit down? Listen to the tale I'm about to tell. Yeah, we don't gotta trade our shoes. We don't gotta walk no down. Nobody asked for life to deal us with these bullshit ends with doubt. We gotta take these cards ourselves and flip them. Don't expect no help. Now I could have either just sat on my ass and pissed and moaned, or take the situation in which I'm placed in and live and eat my own. I was never the type of kid to leave by the door and pack his bags. I sat on the porch and hoped and prayed for a dad that struggle never did. I just wanted to fit in every single place. Every school I went, I dreamed of being that cool kid, even fitting and acting stupid. And no, always told me keep making that face and it gets stuck like that. Meanwhile, I'm just standing there holding my tongue, trying to talk like that. Till I stuck my tongue on that frozen stop sign pole at 8 years old. I learned my lesson then, 'cause I wasn't trying to impress my friends no more. But I already told you my whole life story, not just based on my description. Where you see it from where you're sitting is probably 110% different. I guess we would have to walk a mile in each other's shoes at least. What size you wear? I wear 10s. Let's see if you can reach your feet.
This is WTF Nation Radio.
I look around this room and I see nothing but untapped potential.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
You have potential. You have...
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some